Yeah. What's going on? Wrestling fans and YouTubers alike. S-News is the name. Talking Wrestling is the game. And this is going to be my final thought, so to speak, on last night's Royal Rumble. This is as uncensored as it's going to fucking get. Last night, the fans got fucking trolled. I've watched like 15 minutes worth of reactions from people, all walks of life, all around America. And the consensus is it's all the same everywhere. Everybody has pretty much the same opinion on it. People are fucking pissed. And that's it. There's no other way to sum it up. This was essentially Vince McMahon whipping out his dick and saying, this is how big it is. You guys are going to watch what the fuck I put out there. And I don't think anyone will ever boycott wrestling. And I don't think enough fans will cancel their network subscriptions. I mean, he didn't win, right? Let's break it down. So why it didn't make sense for Reigns to be in that Rumble, period. Earlier in the night, he had a Universal title match, which he lost because Braun Strowman came out and attacked him. Over the past 3 months, he's been dealing with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. When he went in the Rumble, he came out number 30. Strowman was already gone. Okay, and he didn't make a beeline for Chris Jericho. He went straight to The Undertaker. Granted, The Undertaker was the man standing in the ring. But then another piece of logic, AJ Styles wrestled in a world title match as well. He lost his title. Why didn't they put AJ Styles in that 30th spot? Or at least give him a chance to win the Royal Rumble. Maybe go to WrestleMania as WWE champ. No interaction with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose at all in the Royal Rumble. I can't wrap my head around why they did it. I'm hearing conflicting reports today that said Finn Balor was supposed to be there, and there was an unforeseeable circumstance that kept him from the Alamo Dome last night. I don't know how true that is. I don't. But it's coming out. It's coming from a lot of different sources. Can I confirm it? No, I can't. Do I believe it? I don't know. I take what I hear from the WWE from here on out with a grain of salt. I think if Finn was going to be there, then that would mean that he was supposed to come out 30 and he was going to face off with The Undertaker. We've been hearing for well over a week now that it's going to be Roman Reigns and The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That it's going to be Bray Wyatt against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. That it's going to be AJ Styles against Shane McMahon at WrestleMania and Samoa Joe against John Cena. Lesnar, Goldberg, Shaq, Big Show. Those matches, they say, are locked in for Mania. The only thing they're not sure about is who's going to be what champion. So they don't know if Owens is going in as champ. Oh, and Kevin Owens against Chris Jericho is supposed to take place at WrestleMania. They've been teasing dissension with the best friends. But again, back to the Royal Rumble. Why have Roman Reigns come out number 30 other than to protect Randy Orton from being booed as the winner? I can't remember who made the point that if it was anyone else but Reigns at number 30, they would have been booed. Orton would have been booed. Everyone would have been booed. Overall, do I agree with that? I'm not too sure. I know people were pissed when Roman Reigns' music hit. I know that much. The only thing I can attribute it to is Vince McMahon just straight up trolling the WWE universe and or not wanting the Royal Rumble a third year in a row to end in boos. It could have been any of those things. So in the end, we really don't fucking know. We don't know why Vince did what he did last night. We don't know whose call it was. We just, from what they say all the time and from what they've been telling us, 30 years I've been watching this shit. I've never seen them try to get anyone over as bad as Roman Reigns. Usually they say to go out there and get yourself over organically and let the crowd decide who they want to succeed and who they think is going to be number one. And I think it's pretty clear to see that the crowd does not want Roman Reigns number one. They just don't. I don't think there's enough little kids in the world to put this man in a match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania and have him go over Undertaker at WrestleMania. A lot of people are saying he might lose to The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and they're giving The Undertaker a Universal title run. That would mean Roman Reigns goes into the Elimination Chamber and wins the Universal title. See, my thing here is I think it boils down to Vince McMahon not wanting SmackDown to beat Raw in the ratings for one ever again. But more importantly, on the road to WrestleMania. I don't think Vince wants SmackDown to beat Raw in the ratings again ever. Which is why he scrapped The Undertaker versus John Cena and inserted Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. There's no excuse as to why Roman Reigns was inserted into the Royal Rumble last night in the 30th spot, which pretty much said that the drawing went out the window. I mean, Ty Dillinger coming in at number 10 pretty much summed it up. I've known for years that 90-second countdown or 2-minute countdown or however fucking long the countdown is, it's never the proper time. It's always to what will fit in the match, when and where. Like when Lesnar destroyed everyone and then Enzo came out. Or when Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton were standing and Luke Harper came out. Or Goldberg and The Undertaker. So The Undertaker draws number 29. Goldberg eliminates Dean Ambrose. Oh no, Goldberg eliminates... Who did Goldberg eliminate? And then The Undertaker tossed out Goldberg. You see, that Royal Rumble, I mean, these 5-hour pay-per-views, man, are getting to be a real pain in the ass to follow. The Royal Rumble match it started at 9:40. Enzo and Cass came down number one. Well, Cass came down number one. But I am digressing way off the subject of Roman Reigns being number 30, why it was wrong, and why it's okay. It's okay because, folks, life goes on. As tough as it is to admit sometimes, we don't ever, or we can't always get what we want when it comes to the WWE Universe and the WWE, because Vince McMahon is in charge. If Vince is out of touch, he's out of touch. But I think we are too touchy. To say that Roman Reigns ruined the Royal Rumble, that the show was horrible because of the ending, is just flat out wrong. You know it's wrong, and I know it's wrong. That show was awesome. I gave it an A. Would have gave it an A+ had Roman Reigns not come out. But I'm not going to sit here and say that the whole show sucked because Roman Reigns did come out. Do I want to see Reigns and The Undertaker at WrestleMania? No, maybe a lot of people do. Maybe a lot of people think that if The Undertaker beats him at Mania, that he'll go away. But I think it's unprecedented. The way they've been trying to jam this guy down our throats for the last 3 years. And the way we keep chewing him up and spitting him back out. I gotta say now, Roman Reigns might win that Elimination Chamber and go into Mania to face The Undertaker for the belt. And since The Undertaker's not full-time, why would The Undertaker win the Universal title? Well, they put a part-timer. They put the WWE Championship on Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar is an entity, an enigma all his own. The Beast Incarnate. But Roman Reigns, he's not a cancer to the wrestling business. He's not playing his political card or his creative control card and saying, this is what I want to happen. This is the company's doing. So we can't be mad. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. It's not Roman Reigns' fault he's getting these opportunities. It's Vince's fault. Triple H's fault for telling Vince, yeah, Dad, that sounds like a great idea. Or, in Triple H's voice, in my best Triple H impersonation, way to go, Vince. That's a real good idea. Well, Triple H, it's not a good idea, and it hasn't been a good idea. I mean, thank God he didn't win it, right, guys? Thank God he didn't win it. But all I gotta say is, fuck Vince McMahon, and fuck anyone who told Vince McMahon it was a good idea to put Roman Reigns in at number 30. Listen, here on Let's Talk Wrestling, this has been Let's Talk Wrestling Uncensored, where I curse a bit more than I normally fucking do on my shows. I'm not big on the cursing, and I know some kids watch the show, and what happened. What happened. We need to move past it. Here on Let's Talk Wrestling, unlimited and uncensored. There's no gimmicks needed, just me, the camera, you, the viewer. Give this video a thumbs up, like it. I like that. YouTube likes that. Share it with your friends. Maybe you guys can talk about this fucking horrible ending last night at the Royal Rumble. Subscribe to this channel, please. We're coming up on 150. And then it's the road to 200 subscribers. Tonight is Monday Night Raw. It's coming on in a little while. I'm just about home. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Don't forget to tell a friend about Let's Talk Wrestling. And if you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Oh, hell yeah.